All right, so we're going to start with example 1, which is identifying angle pairs. So we're going to use what we just now figured out about complementary, supplementary, linear pairs, and vertical angles to identify some angle pairs in here. So go ahead and pause this for a second, write down the diagram, and then I'm going to make some notes about it. Okay, so notice that inside angle CAD, we have this marking 127. That means that this angle, CAD, is 127 degrees. Okay, inside angle RST, we have a 53 degree mark. That means this angle, RST, is 53 degrees. And inside BAC is 37 degrees, which means, again, that angle BAC is 37 degrees. Now notice that I mark them all with different markings because none of them are congruent to each other. Okay, so we're going to name some angle pairs. All right, so I know that 127 plus 53 equals 180. So I'm going to write 127 plus 53 equals 180, which means angle CAD and angle RST are, if they sum to 180, what are they? They're supplementary. Okay. Now they are not a linear pair. Why are they not a linear pair? Well, they're not a linear pair because a linear pair, remember, must share a vertex. And these two angles do not share a vertex because S is the vertex on one and A is the vertex on the other. So here's one thing that we found out. Okay. A second thing that we can note is 37 plus 53 is 90 degrees. So 37 plus 53 equals 90, which means that angle BAC and angle RST are, what are they if they sum to 90 degrees? Complementary. Okay. They are not adjacent, so there's nothing else that we know about them. Okay. And then last, but certainly not least, is that since angle CAD and angle BAC share a common vertex of A, they're adjacent angles, especially since they also share a ray. They share the ray AC. So since angle BAC and angle DAC share the ray AC and vertex A, they're adjacent. Okay. So those are three things that we found out from that diagram. Okay, let's try a second diagram. So make sure you pause this and you have all three of those things. I'm going to start on a new page. Okay, so here's our new diagram. Again, we're trying to identify complementary, supplementary, linear pairs, and vertical angles. So I'm going to start with some linear pairs. So I noticed that angle 1 and angle 4 form a line. And they're adjacent and are adjacent. So if they form a line and they're adjacent, they're a linear pair. Okay. Pair means two, so I'm not going to go like and add a third thing to a linear pair. But on the same track, angle 4 and angle 5 form a line and are adjacent, which means they're a linear pair. Okay. Then let's talk about vertical angles. There are some vertical angles in here. Angle 1 and angle 5 are vertical angles because they're opposite each other and they share a similar vertex. Okay. None of these other angles are opposite angles because they don't have a perfect line up on the other side.